All right, welcome to another edition of the D&D Morning Show.
We're standing up for this one.
For the first time.
I think in like 90-something shows we're standing up for the first time.
I thought we'd try to change it up. We're standing this time.
Today we're going to be talking all about rainbows. So we're going to talk about why we should be counting colors and not calories. But of course we'll start off with a fun fact about me. And how when I'm cooking I need to make sure that I have every color. It's kind of an obsession, really.
That's right.
We've got a rainbow salad recipe, and of course, as always, we'll end with a rainbow quote.
All right. Okay, there we go.
So, Drew, would you like to start with the fun fact about me and the colors when cooking?
So when Dorothy's making a salad
Or a stir fry.
or pretty much anything, she's like obsessed about having it like different colors. So if we have a tomato, for example, it can't be a red pepper because they're both red. We need to have a yellow pepper, for example. And it can't be a green pepper because she doesn't really like green. She doesn't like green peppers, and it's the same color as the lettuce or spinach. So,
and if we have carrots, like shredded carrots in the salad, then we can't have an orange pepper because we already have orange with the carrot, so it has to be like a yellow pepper.
Yeah, it's like an OCD. It's a bit of it's kind of fun and it sounds really cool, but it's an issue when
it's an obsession.
Dorothy's like, no, we can't have that, and I'm like, whoa, take it easy. So that's our fun little fact for you this morning.
So we're gonna get into our main topic, which is all about counting colors instead of calories.
That's right.
Get started, Drew.
All right, so when it comes to counting calories.
Calories.
When it comes to counting calories, that's like, who's the one that hunts?
You're talking the wrong person.
The guy that hunts the wascally wabbit.
Oh, who is that
Elmer
guy?
Fudd.
Yeah, the wascally wabbit.
All right.
Anyway, back to counting colors.
When it comes to counting calories, we don't believe in counting calories, but every once in a while we talk about why don't we count colors on our plate?
Wouldn't it make more sense? We have to talk about that. Wouldn't it make more sense to count the colors on our plate than the calories?
Yeah, it makes so much more sense to us because you want bright, colorful things not only in your life but on your plate as well. So when we have bright, colorful fruits and veggies, our meals are much more whole and they're more nutritious when we have different colors, because when you have different colors they usually come from different food groups.
That's right. And I always like to think about each color of food has its own vitamins or its own nutrients specific to that color. So I like to think about how much nutrients I'm getting with how many colors I can fit in to that meal, right? So if I have orange and red and purple and green, it just makes me feel good because we're getting all of those vitamins and nutrients. If we're always having the same color over and over and over, then it's not variety for our bodies.
Mm-hmm. And we talked about different groups, for example, so like carbs are usually darker, like beige, for example,
Yeah.
like breads, for example, pastas, what else, not like rices
Brown.
Rices are like brown, so that's just carbohydrates, for example, and we're a fan of carbohydrates. We feel you should consume them, so we're not saying don't eat them, but then if you look at the veggie category, it's much different. So you have different bright, colorful areas, and then we can go to fats like avocados, for example. They're all bright green. So from different categories, if you're looking at different types of colors in your food, you'll find all the macronutrients by being bright and colorful.
Mm-hmm. So it's another reason not just to be variety with colors, but making sure we have a complete meal to get all the colors in. So like Drew was saying, the brown comes from usually the carbohydrates, but then the fats we have colorful things like the avocados, but just making sure not only that we have all the colors, but all of the categories as well of the macronutrients.
That's right. So next time you are looking at your plate, make sure it's bright and colorful instead of trying to figure out how many calories are on your plate.
It's so much more beneficial of your time, I think, to spend counting the colors than the calories.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Do we have a recipe?
Yes, we do. So it's a rainbow salad. So it pretty much is just taking your base of greens, and there's so many different greens, and we often encourage people to experiment with different greens instead of only having lettuce. Even in the lettuce category, there is so many different types of lettuce, so try and get adventurous and try different greens, you know, different lettuce, spinach, arugula, what else?
Purple
Kale.
lettuce.
Like, there's purple lettuce, yeah. So just try and have a nice base of a variety of different greens. And then you can get adventurous on the top and make the top of your salad rainbow. So you could have purple cabbage, like grated for purple. You could have shredded carrots for orange, tomatoes for red, and sometimes we put in yellow pepper for yellow. What am I missing, Drew?
Well, then you could throw in, like, I'm not sure if you mentioned fats, like.
No, I didn't.
Like, you could throw in fat. You can throw in avocados. It's bright green. It's similar to the color of lettuce or spinach, but they also have hemp seeds, for example. Those are beige, like a quinoa. We want you to throw a quinoa or a rice in there, but then you have the beige type of color, which offers a different macronutrient. So if you throw in a bunch of different types of, like we were saying earlier, bunch of different colors, then you're going to hit all your macronutrients.
And I wanted to touch on corn for a second, because corn is yellow, which is a great color, but we need to make sure that we're getting a good quality of corn that is non-GMO corn. Right. So we like to add corn into our salads, but we always make sure that it's a GMO-free corn.
Try beans as well.
Oh, beans is a good one. Yeah.
So beans, black beans, or your hummus that you like to throw on.
Oh, I love hummus.
Just chickpeas, and it's usually a beige type of color, as carbohydrates are.
That's right.
Do we have a quote to end off with?
The quote is kind of cool. It says, "I don't chase rainbows, I eat them."
Very cool. Many times we say taste, when we're eating our food, we say taste the rainbow.
Yes.
Or how does the rainbow taste?
Yeah.
So if your meals are different colors and you get a chance to taste the rainbow, it's always more beneficial to your body, and it's your vision as well. It's much more enjoyable eating something bright and colorful than something that's...
It makes me happy, and it makes me feel good.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to another edition of the D&D Morning Show.
Thanks for being here with us, and we will catch you on the next episode.